So we are going to go ahead and get started. Find a little space to move around and just start swinging your hands side to side, checking in, seeing how you're feeling this morning. If everything's feeling good, maybe start lifting those heels. Go a little further. Now, if you're joining us on YouTube, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Ring that little bell. Maybe drop a comment. Let us know what your favorite exercise is. All right, one more to each side, really bringing those arms up and around, and then bringing everything into center and going into our side bends. Beautiful. Maybe lean a little further, reach a little farther. Two more on each side. And then reaching all the way, ceiling to floor. Go up and down. Nice generous bend in your knees. Just loosening up through your back, through your hamstrings. One more of these. And then bringing everything back to center. Nice big hip circles. And go the other way. Perfect. All right. Give those fingers and toes a wiggle. Rotate those ankles and wrists. Just making sure you're ready to hold onto those dumbbells. And then first up, we have dumbbell swings. So grab two dumbbells, make sure you have enough room in front and behind. You're not going to run into anything. You're swinging them up, bending your knees, and bringing them back behind you. Now, if you want to do this with a kettlebell, it's a great exercise with a kettlebell too. Hold it by the top and just go between your legs instead of out to the side. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. You got this. How much do you bend your knees? I don't care. You guys know. However much feels good for you. Keeping your body moving in a pattern that's safe for you. Over halfway there. And time. Beautiful. All right, setting those down for just a moment. Up next, we have a curl to an overhead press. So maybe those same weights, maybe a lighter one, maybe a heavier one, up to you. Curl and then press. If you want to add a little extra over or lower body with our upper body workout today, curl, squat, and press. Up to you. 1 minute. Here we go. Curl, press, add that squat. If you're adding the squat, so you curl, squat, and press together. Nice, you got it. Almost there. You got this. And time. Excellent. All right. Up next, we have a twist and punch. So you might want to go a little bit lighter with this one. Starting with the weights in the center, whatever weight you choose. Twist and punch one arm and then the other arm. You can also lift your heel and turn a little further. 1 minute. Do it. Beautiful. Still breathing. Nice and steady. Don't have to be racing along here, but you want to keep moving. Almost done. Time. All right, up next we have a row with a kickback. So medium, maybe heavy weights, coming down into that 45-degree back, rowing it up, and then just kicking it right back. Both arms together. 1 minute. Here we go. Pulling it up, flexing it back. Try to hold it there for just a second. Really work that tricep. Beautiful. Nice flat back. Big bend in your knees. How big? You guys already know. I don't care. Whatever's good for you. More than halfway there. Slow and steady, focusing on the squeeze. Time. Set those weights down. Make sure you stand all the way up. Maybe bring those arms up overhead for just a moment. From here, we're going to go into a rotation. Now, depending on how your shoulders do with this, it might look different for you. I'm going to start here and bring my arms out to the side. They don't go all the way out. That's okay. Most shoulders don't. You're just going to bring them out, throw in a little calf raise, and bring them back in. We're just working on that rotation. 1 minute. Here we go. Now, if you've ever had a shoulder injury, you've probably done this one in PT. And you probably know, start with a light weight and then determine from there where you want to go. Beautiful. Keep those elbows in by your side. You guys look fantastic. This one's really great to help strengthen and support the shoulder girdle. Plus, I just like being able to say shoulder girdle. It sounds funny to me. That may just be me. Time. All right, up next, we have upward flies. So you might want to stick with those light weights. You might want to go up a little bit, up to you. You're gonna hold them out to the side. If you want to add a little extra lower body, drop into a squat hold for this one. And you're just bringing them up towards the center, really working those chest muscles. Let's do it. Keeping your palms facing up. Working on squeezing that belly in, drawing your belly button back towards your spine. Beautiful. Try to keep that upper body nice and steady so you're not swaying forward and back. And as always, that little soft bend in your elbow. You guys look fantastic. Time. Set those weights down. Go grab some water. That is the end of our first set. 2 more sets to go. All right, bringing it back in. Go ahead and get ready for those dumbbell swings. And I just realized I did not bring my chair in. So we won't do the seated variation today, but if you were, all you have to do is sit right at the edge of your chair, bring your knees out a little wide, your arms out a little wide, make sure you don't bang your hands on the chair, and you can still do dumbbell swings. 1 minute, here we go. Beautiful, you got it. Now, if you're doing the chair version, probably not going to work with a kettlebell. You definitely want the dumbbells so that you can get a full swing out to the sides. Halfway done, you got this. Almost there. Time. All right. Up next, the overhead press with the curl and that little extra squat if you want to add it. I do actually have a stool, so I can use that. Haha. And still do the seated variation here. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Now, of course, if you're doing the seated variation, you leave off that squat, curl, press, and lower. Nice and steady. Curling it up to your shoulder and then pressing it straight overhead. Over halfway there, you got this. Now, if you are doing the seated variation, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, keeping that belly squeezed in tight. And time. From here, going into our twist and punch, maybe with a little lighter weight, maybe keeping that nice heavy weight, up to you. 1 minute, here we go. Now for the seated variation. Keep your feet nice and still in the center, about hip width apart, so that you have good support as you're twisting side to side. If you're doing the standing version, feel free to lift that heel so you can twist a little further. Reaching out nice and long. Looking good. Almost there, you got it. Beautiful. Time. Set those weights down for just a moment. Give those arms a little wiggle. And then up next, we have our row with our tricep kickback. Grab the weights that are right for you. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Now, scoot to your seat a little closer to the edge if you're doing the seated version. But other than that, it's exactly the same. Pull the weights up to your armpits and then kick them back. Squeeze for just a moment. Beautiful. I can feel the burn. That means I'm working hard. Almost there. And time. Nice job. From here, going into that rotation with the calf raise. So grab the weight that's right for your shoulders. And remember, we're working small muscles, so it's okay to use small weights. And here we go. Now, if you're doing the seated version and you want to add that calf raise in, just press down into the balls of your feet, raising your heels up. And you're still working those lower body muscles. Beautiful. Keeping your elbows in nice and tight by your side. Imagine you have like a little rolled up towel there. You're trying to keep it from dropping. You're squeezing it in, pressing it against your ribs. Time. All right, up next we have those upward flies. Shake those arms out for just a minute. Really burning that upper body today. And then here we go. Bringing them from out, upward, like a upside down V, meeting in the middle. You may find that you need to adjust your weight in the middle of a set. That's always okay. Sometimes you say, I could use a little more challenge here. Other times it's the other way around. You're like, oh, this was more than I bargained for. Well, let me put these down. You got to make the choice that's right for you in the moment. Check in with your core here. Are you still pulling that belly button back towards your spine? Reaching up through the crown of your head. Beautiful, you guys look great. And time. Woo, all right. That is another set done. Go grab some water. We still have one more set. All right, bring it back in. Up first, we have those dumbbell swings. Making sure your space is clear around you. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Seated or standing. Nice and steady. Getting your blood pumping a little on this one. You're working your arms, your shoulders, your back, and down your back body through your legs as well. But even though we're targeting our upper body, this one's a solid full body exercise. We're halfway there. Almost there. Time. Beautiful. All right. Up next, the curl with the overhead press. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Curl to press. And of course, if you want to add that squat, curl and then press up with the squat. Beautiful, you got it. Last set, you can do it. Keep breathing. Even if you're moving a little slower on this one, that's okay. Movement is good movement. As long as it doesn't hurt. If it does hurt, please stop. Time. All right. Up next, we have the twist and punch. So grab the weight that's right for you. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Beautiful. Working through your arm, your shoulder, and your core on this one. That twisting motion helps to work your side obliques, gives you a nice defined waist, and helps you maintain good posture for healthy active aging. Depending on how you twist, you might feel it through your back as well. Working to support those back muscles. Time. All right, up next, our row with our tricep kickback. So again, grab the weight that's right for you. Whether it's the same as what you used before or not, I don't care. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Seated or standing. Pull, and then kick back. Squeezing the shoulder blades on the row and the triceps on the kickback. Beautiful, you got it. Really imagine drawing those shoulder blades together, squeezing through the center of your back. You guys look amazing. Almost there. Time. All right, up next, we have the external rotation with the calf raise. Again, seated or standing, up to you. Here we go. Gluing those elbows into the sides. And then while your hands are out, there you go, throw in that calf raise. Pulling the belly button back towards the spine. Reach up through the crown of the head. Perfect. Because remember, we're beautiful flowers and we're reaching up to find the sun. Time. All right, last one, those upward flies. Again, seated or standing, choose your own adventure. Here we go. Perfect. Bringing those hands up in the middle. Soft bend in the elbows. Still our beautiful flower. Reaching up towards the sun. Opening our petals. Soaking in the energy, the warmth. Perfect. You guys are so amazing. Almost there. Time. Beautiful. Set those weights down. Go grab some water. That is our third set. All we have left is our final stretch. All right, making sure your space is clear. No tripping over weights. And then we will start standing up nice and tall, feet together. Take a deep breath in. Arms coming up overhead, and then reaching down towards the floor, letting everything relax for just a moment. And then roll up nice and slow. Go ahead and roll those shoulders down and back 3 times. And then roll them forward 3 times. And then moving straight into my favorite shoulder stretch, because we worked those shoulders hard today. Taking an extra moment here. Look slowly out over one shoulder. Pause. Nod your head up and down. And then looking back to center and then over the other shoulder. Pausing again. Nodding your head up and down. And then back to center and release. Go to the other side. Keeping that shoulder down away from the chin. Looking out over one side. And then that little nod up and down. And then coming back through center. Look over the other shoulder. That same little nod, just small motions. And then coming back to center. Release. Let your arms hang down nice and gentle. Drop your ear over towards one shoulder. And then go back to that little nod, just nice and gentle. When you do a lot of upper body work, you can sometimes wind up with some sore neck muscles. We're just going to work to alleviate that ahead of time. And then shake your head no, still with the ear dropped over. And then bringing your head back to stillness, go to the other side. Nodding yes first, nice and gentle. And then shaking your head no. Just working through your neck, letting it move the way it likes to move. And then coming back to center. One more deep breath, arms up. Folding forward, this time bringing your feet apart just a little bit, maybe hip width. And then come up to a nice flat back. Let those arms hang loose. And then swing them in gentle circles in one direction. And then gentle circles in the other direction. And then let everything soften down towards the floor one more time, letting it hang nice and heavy, your neck relaxing. And then big bend, curling all the way up. One more shrug up to your ears, down and back. And then we are done. Thank you so much for coming out to play today.